I'm Howard Lowe. I'm the Asia Regional Manager for the Microsoft Most Valuable Professional Program. The MVP program stands for Microsoft Most Valuable Professional Program, and it's the main way that Microsoft engages with the technical community. What we do is we try to find the influencers of these communities, the folks that are really plugged in, the ones that are leading conversations, and the ones that are helping answer people's questions in these communities. So communities are like user groups, clubs, online forums, anywhere where people get together to talk about Microsoft technologies. We are finding the leaders of the communities and giving them this MVP award. Now, the MVP award is a way for Microsoft to build a close connection with this technical influencer. And the hope is that this influencer becomes the voice of the community. Through them, they talk to Microsoft and they give all the feedback from the community, and Microsoft also gives them information that they can bring back to the community. Anyone can be an MVP as long as they've demonstrated expertise in some of the Microsoft product areas. What we're looking for are people who, they have this expertise, but they're also very willing to share and help people who are out there in the community. So it's that combination of sharing and supporting others and product expertise that qualifies someone to be an MVP. There's not a set way of becoming an MVP, but basically what we're looking for are people who are experts in a product area and are also sharing their knowledge with the community. So that can mean a variety of things. They might be a book author, they might be writing technical articles, they might be writing blog entries, they might be leading a user group, or they might be answering lots of posts in an online forum. Or they could be doing a combination of all those. One of the big things that we also look at is how they engage with our local office over here, especially in Singapore, whether they're participating in events and whether they're helping give feedback from the community to our local office to help make the Microsoft interactions with the community even better. If one is interested in becoming an MVP, a quick way for them to start is to just get involved in the local user group communities. So if they go to the Microsoft.com Singapore, or they look online for our developer user groups, our Windows user group, they can find out where these communities are gathering, and they can quickly go meet some of the other influencers in that group and start engaging and start talking about the different technologies and learning from each other. So if they start getting their name out there, then we'll see that they're participating a lot or they're contributing a lot, and we can begin evaluating them for the MVP program. Every MVP gets quite a lot of support from Microsoft. One of the key benefits that the influencer gets is a relationship manager. So this person is responsible for handling any query that the MVP has and trying to find the right person or the right resource within Microsoft to help them with their suggestion or help them with their question. They also get a very close connection with the product groups, and those are the product development teams that are based in the headquarters in Redmond or even in India or China. But what we want is to make sure that these MVPs are giving their feedback directly to the product group, which makes it a little bit easier, quicker for Microsoft to improve their products. Another big benefit is we give them almost all of our software for free so that they can try out all the different features, and that they can also go back to the community and tell them, hey, you know, this is the way our product works, and this is what Microsoft is thinking when they've designed this. In Singapore, it's really nice that the MVPs have a really close connection with our local developer and platform evangelism team. So that means they're invited to a lot of our events before others, or they hear about the events, and they get the opportunity to participate or help present at the local events and then build their reputation up in the local IT industry here. In Singapore, we have 35 MVPs as of July 2011, and many of them are involved in running local user groups. So they're the ones who are helping organize the groups on a monthly or bi-monthly basis and coming up with the topics and presenting to the different user group members. Some of these user groups include the SG.NET Developer Users Group, the Azure User Group, the Singapore Windows User Group, the SharePoint Pros group, and the Office user group, and there's a few other ones as well. So these user groups are all run by MVPs, and they're meeting on a frequent basis, and a lot of our activities are happening in person here in Singapore. The Singapore MVPs, though, are a very diverse bunch. There are a lot of these user group leaders, but there are also folks who specialize in writing very technical blog entries. There are some famous technical book authors here who aren't working in the computer industry during the day, but at night are just very, very passionate about technology, so sharing their opinions there. And of course, there's many entrepreneurs and business owners in this group. So it's a diverse collection of people that make up the MVP program here in Singapore. But the traits that they do share is they are all very passionate about technology, and they are all taking their time to help share and educate the community here. Another big benefit for the MVPs is an invitation to the MVP Global Summit. This is held annually on Microsoft's campus in Redmond, and what we do is invite every MVP around the world to attend the summit and have multiple days in-depth feedback session with the product groups. So it's really great to have the MVPs come onto the campus where the products are being developed and have them meet face-to-face with the product groups and see just what goes into making each of these products. Okay, some of the key contributions from the local MVP group are focused a lot on in-person events. So with Singapore's small size, it's relatively easy for us to get together in person. And a lot of the MVPs help participate at Microsoft events by being key speakers. They're participating at the events, and they're also key figures during our product launches. They represent the community, so when we launch a new product like Windows 7, they're able to give the perspective of an outside party what Windows 7 is delivering for them, what kind of impact it has. So they are featured speakers at many of these events, as well as spokespeople for a lot of our PR engagements. Other ways in which MVPs have contributed locally is that they have written an ebook together to provide free for the community to help people learn more about technology. They have been featured as expert speakers. So not only are they speaking at local Singapore events, but at global events in Spain and Hong Kong, and even in the US, they're invited to speak and share their technical information. With the community affairs team, the MVPs have contributed back to the local community, where it's not just about helping other technology professionals, but they've gotten together and they've worked with nonprofits to help train the administrators of these nonprofit offices, the Society for the Disabled. Basically, they're reaching out to the community and trying to give back. So one of the biggest activities that the Singapore MVPs do is organize the Community Technology Update. This happens about every 6 months, and it's a day-long event where it's created, organized, and held all by the community for the community. It focuses both on IT pros and developers, and is the main way that the community can get together and learn about the newest Microsoft technologies from each other. So it really is a big community participatory event because it's all done by them. I think there's a few things that IT professionals can benefit from engaging with MVPs. These MVPs are organizing a lot of events and teaching a lot of different technologies. So one thing is that if an IT professional engages with the MVPs in the MVP program, they can do a fair bit of networking and meeting others in their industry, as well as keeping up to date with all the new developments in the industry. One of the other key benefits of the IT professional talking with the MVPs would be that the MVP can give their feedback to Microsoft. So we like to say the MVPs are the voice of the community. And so if more and more community members are able to talk to those MVPs utilize their own connections and bring that feedback to Microsoft and hopefully help make Microsoft engage better with all of the community.